Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Justin and today I am filming a video giving my initial thoughts and reactions to the Grand Prix assignments for the upcoming 2022-2023 Grand Prix season, the first one of the new Olympic cycle. So this is very exciting. Each discipline shall be its own video and today's will be the senior women and their assignments. A few disclaimers to make. First is I will just give a brief summary of the big takeaways. If I discuss every athlete who got an assignment, this video would be way too long. Two would be that today's date of filming is July 27th, so most likely there will be changes in the next few months before the competitions begin in the fall. So expect withdrawals, new additions, and TBD spots filled. And hello to all my friends who are here from Twitter. As you probably know, I've been having a difficult week, so I'm just filming this to distract myself a bit with all of the free time I have. So take it easy on me if I get something wrong today, please, and thank you. Also, this is not the video to watch if you have not seen the assignments. I prefer you to follow along with me, so maybe I will link down below where you can find the assignments on the ISU website. I have them here in front of me so we can view them together. So if that still interests you, then keep following along. First off, let's talk about Japan, because Japan has a lot of strong athletes competing this season. We'll start with Kaori Sakamoto. She is the reigning Olympic bronze medalist in the individual competition and world champion. She is such a powerful skater with such great technical ability. I have always said she has a strong double axel. I cannot wait to see it become a triple. Only if she's comfortable though. But she has a history of skating to some really strong pieces of music. She does a great job of filling the ice and presenting upward and outward. Oh, can't wait to see her be comfortable in her element. And also she's a skater that hasn't been respected enough with her program component marks. So we'll see if this season that starts to change, because she really does deserve to be winning competitions when she skates clean. And last season, that was great to see her be more consistent than I've ever seen her in the past. So great for her. Her two assignments are Skate America and NHK Trophy. NHK Trophy, I think, is going to be one of the more exciting competitions for the ladies, as well as Skate Canada. So another Japanese skater who has two assignments is Wakaba Higuchi, my personal favorite Japanese skater. Oh, I love her programs last season so much. The softer sound of that short program and then the powerful Lion King soundtrack for the free skate. I would not be mad if she kept both programs, or at least one. But then again, if she comes out with something new, there's a good chance I would like it because I like her. Last season, it was so great to see her attempt the triple axel many times, and it even got to the point where she performed it in the short program. So that's exciting to see. I am going to try to keep track of her rate of success this upcoming season. But her two assignments are Skate Canada and also NHK Trophy. So we'll see her going head-to-head with her teammate Kaori, but Skate Canada is also a very stacked field. So as I said earlier, Skate Canada, NHK Trophy for the women, oh, we better keep an eye out on that. And then another thing that's exciting is that we'll get to see the return of Rika Kihira, lovely, beautiful skater who does such a beautiful blend of artistry and technical ability. She used to attempt the quad salchow and did two triple axels in the free skate, one in combination, and I am usually really impressed with her. Sometimes in competitions she doesn't put out two totally clean programs, but I'm just excited to see her compete again. I'm not sure if we'll see her bring back her big elements because she was out because of an injury last season, which was unfortunate. I really would have loved to see her compete with all of the other top ladies at the Olympics and especially at Worlds. Her two assignments are Skate Canada and the Grand Prix in Finland. So that should be very exciting to see. The next we have Mana Kawabe. She has two assignments in Finland and the Grand Prix de France. And she is someone who I really took a notice last season. I believe she won a medal at NHK Trophy, and she was third at Japanese Nationals, which granted her a trip to the Olympics and Worlds. So that was very exciting to see for her last season. She can also do the triple axel, so that was very impressive. Usually has really good ice coverage and jumping technique from what I remember of last season. So that's very exciting. Then we have Mai Mihara. Shout out to my friend Mai, who loves her so much. She's such a light and delicate skater, very soft and airy skating. When she puts out a clean free skate, it is very emotional. I remember how great she did at Skate Canada last season in Vancouver. I was there live and it was so great to see. Her two Grand Prix assignments are the MK Trophy in Great Britain and then the Grand Prix in Finland. So exciting news for her. And then my friend Nolan, his favorite Japanese skater, one of them is Yuhana Yokoi. So hi Nolan, he did some videos with me in the past. She only has one assignment, and that's Skate Canada, so it's a difficult one, but potentially she could get the NHK Trophy TBD. She's just a lovely skater, very beautiful. I will withhold saying things. I'll let Nolan talk about her skating if he comes on my channel again in the future. And another country producing some very, very skilled athletes is Korea. I want to start off with Young Yu. I think I know someone named Reese. That's one of his favorite skaters. She is the reigning Korean champion, and she has two assignments, Skate Canada and MK John Wilson Trophy in Great Britain. That was a mouthful. But she was 5th at Worlds and 6th at the Olympics. I'm excited to see great things from her this season. Maybe she can even make it to the Grand Prix final, especially if she's consistent. I think she has the potential to put down some big performances with some really high scores if the judging is done correctly. And then her teammate Yelim Kim has NHK Trophy and the Grand Prix de France. She was 9th at the Olympics. And then Unsu Lim has an assignment. She is a lovely skater who I haven't seen in a while. Not saying she hasn't competed. I haven't been following this sport as closely the past season, hence why I don't film these videos as much anymore. But I believe she is looking for some higher results than what she's experienced in the past. And you know, she's a lovely skater. If she could get her jumps rotated and if she can get them consistent, I believe she will see an improvement with her results. Let's see if I can see what her assignment is. Skate Canada. So difficult one, but what's most important, like I said, is for her to just get out there, do her best, and build up some mileage with her experience. Hopefully training has been okay for her since the pandemic began. And then we have the US. I haven't even looked at the US ladies in depth yet, so you are seeing my very initial reaction. Skate America. You know what? I'm so excited to see Isabeau Levito. She surprised me at Nationals. She was my big wow. The flexibility, she was like a mini Sasha Cohen. Very mature, sophisticated style for someone so young. If I remember correctly, she was not even old enough to qualify for the Olympics. Now, is she perfect? Is she exactly Sasha Cohen? No, I think she has to work on her posture with her jumping technique, but the basics are there. So she'll be at Skate America and MK John Wilson Trophy in Great Britain. This should be an amazing experience for her. I'm also happy to see Amber Glenn have two assignments, Skate America and NHK Trophy. Amber, I want to root the hardest for her, but sometimes her results can be very up and down. Girl, I'm rooting for you to land that triple axel in competition with a clean program, because I believe that can be magic. Otherwise, she emotes really well, very good facial expressions, strong skater, maybe sometimes wants it a little bit too much that the program slips away, because she is someone with the ability to be top 3 at nationals year after year. But as we've seen from the past, a strong season really does mean a strong Grand Prix season plus nationals. You just can't show up to nationals when you haven't delivered in the past. So Amber, rooting for you to do well at both of your Grand Prix. Hopefully having the audience of Skate America behind you really motivates you to skate well there. I also see that Bradie Tennell has 2 Grand Prix assignments, the MK John Wilson Trophy and Grand Prix in Finland. I'm excited to see her return again. Same like Rika Kihira, who I said earlier. I think it was very tough not to see Bradie in the mix last season, especially on an Olympic one. But I felt like prior to her leaving competition due to injury, she was really improving on her artistry. I know there were some coaching changes back and forth. I don't think we need to see a triple axel right away. I'd like to see a slow and steady improvement on the jumps. But yeah, hopefully she has some really good programs. I'm not sure where her jumps are, if she could really medal at either competition, but it's a possibility. And remember, Bradie is someone who has competed at the Grand Prix final in a very deep field, so I am crossing my fingers for her. Let's take a look at which other American ladies have multiple assignments. Audrey Shin. So she will be competing at the Grand Prix de France and NHK Trophy. Audrey is the athlete who won the bronze medal at Skate America in 2020 in Las Vegas during the pandemic, and that was really well deserved. She is a fairly consistent skater. The only issue is that sometimes her jumps are under rotated. If you're just watching her, it's such a pleasure. She stands up on her feet, but then when you see the playbacks after the program, you see that some of the jumps are short on rotation. So maybe she's had time to work on that. It's unfortunate that she didn't really place in the top 4 spots at nationals, because I think she has the ability to do so. But this should be good experience for her. Like I said earlier, she does have a Grand Prix medal under her belt, so hopefully that gives her confidence. But lovely skater, always want to see her succeed. I'm wondering who would get the TBD spot for Skate America, if it's someone who already has an assignment or not. We have Star Andrews at NHK Trophy, and it looks like that could be her only assignment, yeah. And then Lindsay Thorngren has 2, Skate Canada and Grand Prix of Finland. Lindsay is someone who can be really impressive if she's clean. I've seen her skate really well, and I've seen a few of her programs where she let the jumps get the best of her. That's pretty exciting for the USA. I haven't been in the loop enough in the off season to make a prediction of who would get the TBD spot. So it could be Gabrielle Izzo, who only has 1 assignment, or someone who doesn't have any and are competing in summer competitions and doing well. Next up, Canada. Do you know what the first thing I'm going to say is? I think you do. My girl, my queen, my number 1, Gabrielle Daleman, is back at Skate Canada, and I could not be more excited about it. Yes! I am just so emotionally supportive of Gabrielle Daleman and the journey she's had, and I've always been her number 1 fan since the beginning, so it's great to see her back. Would have loved to see 1 more assignment, but I'll take Skate Canada. Like I said, it's possible for her to be invited to another competition later on in the season if there are some withdrawals. But then excited besides Gabrielle Daleman, we have Madeline Schizas, right now the leading Canadian lady internationally, the Olympian, and she competed at Worlds, has 2 assignments, so also with Gabby at Skate Canada International and at the Grand Prix Espoo in Finland. So that's very exciting. The only hard part about the Canadian ladies is that Skate Canada is so packed for the women every year. So I'm not expecting Gabby or Madeline Schizas to place within the top 5. I would like to see some clean performances so we see how their scores stack with the other ladies and they know what to do to improve in the future. So I'm not expecting medals at Skate Canada. Maybe Madeline Schizas could medal at the Grand Prix in Finland. You never know. And then what's interesting about Skate Canada is they did not have a TBD spot for the women. They just gave that spot to Allison Schumacher, which, if I may say so myself, was a choice. Allison is a nice skater, lovely to watch, very soft and delicate on the ice. I would just like to see more. And also in her recent competitions, she loses a lot of points with under rotations, sometimes missing levels, and the consistency isn't always there. So I'm surprised they didn't have it be TBD. That being said, Allison knows she has this assignment. There's some time to train to really get those rotations under control, and hopefully we see the best from all 3 Canadian ladies. And then Belgium, I must say, Loena Hendrickx. Loena had an amazing season last year. Very strong short program skater. Love the combination she does. Triple Lutz, triple toe. Always looks so good. Just an amazing skater all around. It was great to see the success she brought for her country last season. And if you haven't seen her skate, stop watching me. Go YouTube her performances. She is such a joy on the ice and off in the kiss and cry. You could just tell how much she's improved and how hard she's trained over the past few seasons to really get the results that she did. Hopefully she can continue to build on that and continue to be a top performing skater this season. Maybe even qualify for the Grand Prix final. I think she could do it. I will say though, the absence of Mariah Bell is very confusing to me. I don't remember reading about a retirement announcement. So I'm wondering if this was a choice on the Federation or a choice of Mariah Bell. Nonetheless, she could get the TBD spot if she really wanted to, or maybe she is taking the fall off and wants to compete at nationals and maybe continue competing in the second half of the season. I'm interested to hear a statement from her on why she's not competing at a Grand Prix this season, because she is reigning national champion. She did compete at both the Olympics and Worlds. And I think that's all I'm going to be talking about for now in this video. Did I miss anyone in particular? Your favorite skater that I did not mention? Let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.